Welcome back to Autism Live. I'm Shannon Penrod, and we're welcoming with us for the first time ever on the show, and we're thrilled to have her, Dr. Anna Laakman. And she is coming to us from the Center for Autism and Neurodevelopmental, I've tripped over it every single time I've said it, Neurodevelopmental Disorders. It's a mouthful.
It is quite the long name.
But Dr. Laakman, we're thrilled to have you here with us. Let's start out by having you tell our audience a little bit about you and what you do.
Sure. So thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here. I am the Education and Training Director at the Center, so I oversee all of our education and training programs and new initiatives. And relatively new to California. I moved here from the Thompson Center for Autism and Neurodevelopmental Disorders last February. So still kind of getting used to California, but absolutely loving it and loving all of the different programs that we have at the center and education and training opportunities.
And wait until the winter. You're going to love California all the more. That's the best time to be in California.
Absolutely.
But you are here with us today to talk about a very specific event that's coming up, an autism conference on September 16th. That's happening at Chapman University. Tell us a little bit about this conference.
Sure. So it's the first time that the center is hosting its own conference, and we have picked the theme Strengthening Assessment and Supporting Intervention. And we're thrilled that Dr. Catherine Lord is going to be our keynote speaker. Dr. Lord was with us in February and did a community-based presentation. And we're so excited that she is coming back, and she's going to be talking to us about measuring change within autism spectrum disorders, which is something that, historically we've struggled to do. And so we can't wait to hear from her. And we have many other center experts that are speaking on a variety of topics. And then we also have Steve Canny coming out from Missouri to do a booster on the Autism Diagnostic Observation Schedule, or the ADOS. So we can't wait. We're thrilled to be in a position that we can host our own conference, and very excited that it's right around the corner. So we're encouraging everyone to register whenever they get a chance. And information about our registration can be found on the center's website, which is www.thecenterforautism.org, and that's the number 4. And there's information about the schedule, when people are presenting. We actually have 2 different strands that are happening at the same time. And so folks will be able to pick what sessions they want to go to. And there's also information on how to contact us if you have questions. People can reach out to me directly. My phone number is 949-267-0444, or they can reach out to us on email at centertraining1, the number 1, at uci.edu.
Fabulous. And so would you say that this conference is just for professionals? Because it seems like to me it's both for professionals and for parents. Is that sound accurate?
Absolutely. Yes. We are encouraging anyone and everyone who has an interest in autism, who has personal ties to autism, parents, grandparents, siblings, providers, just anyone in the community who's interested in learning more about autism to come to the conference. And we're fortunate that we're able to provide a variety of continuing education units for professionals. But again, the material I think is appropriate for just about anyone.
Wonderful. And so one of the presentations you're going to be involved with, as you said, is about the ADOS too,
Yes.
a refresher course. For our audience that maybe isn't as familiar, everybody's gone through it, but they may not realize that they've gone through it. Talk to us a little bit about what the ADOS is and why somebody would need a refresher course.
Sure. So the ADOS is the Autism Diagnostic Observation Schedule, and it's considered one of the gold standard assessments or tools that we use when we are making diagnostic decisions. And actually, Dr. Lord is one of the authors on the ADOS, so we're also really excited that she'll be here and in town for that time. And so the booster serves as a refresher course for people who have been through a previous training, and the trainings are usually 2 to 3 days. The ADOS is now 5 different modules, so there are module selections that are based on an individual's language and then their age. So the test itself is fairly involved, and we like to offer refresher courses every now and then, because the further away you get from your training time, the more you can drift. And so we want to make sure that people are still using the test appropriately. We want to be available to answer questions they may have. There are always situations that happen to come up during the evaluations that people want more information for. And to back up a little bit, the ADOS is a semi-structured play-based assessment. So I think personally, and I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's one of the most fun assessments that we do with kids. So depending on what module you're in, you get to play with a variety of toys, you look at different pictures and books, and it's just, it's a fascinating assessment to do. It's a lot of fun, and we know that people do have a lot of questions about it, especially if they're not using it all the time.
Absolutely. I just want to go briefly through some of the things that you have on the website that, as you said, Catherine Lord doing the keynote. Then you have a session on learning through play, supporting the development of young children through play-based interventions. We were just on the show talking yesterday about how important play is. And a lot of times people think, oh, I want to just work on speech and I just want to work on communication. And play is such an important component of reducing anxiety and making sure that our kids have a safe place to try things out. So I think that that's really wonderful. You've got the next one you've got is understanding the differences between special education eligibility and medical diagnosis. What a great topic.
Thanks. We hear so many opinions about, whether you need one more than the other. And Dr. Shannon Carrier, who is our educational assessment director at the center and also a professor at Chapman University, does a fantastic presentation on providing clarity on the differences between what it means to be diagnosed from a medical clinical perspective versus what special education eligibility means, and why those are different, and why we as professionals need to be really careful about how we talk to parents about those differences, and why each of those things is important, and how to discuss those things, and to parents just a better understanding of what these differences are, and what different services sometimes are tied to a medical diagnosis versus special ed eligibility.
Wonderful
We're
topic.
super excited about that one.
Absolutely.
All of our presentations. But we hear a lot, even from providers in the community, there's still kind of a lack of understanding of what those differences are. So
absolutely. And then during lunch, you've got a panel discussion, Navigating Autism, Parental Insights, Experience, and Advice, which I think will be really wonderful. But then in the afternoon, you have one topic is Autism Spectrum Disorder, an overview of the role of medication, which I'm sure people will be clamoring to get to that. Then you've got your ADOS refresher course. And then later in the afternoon, I love this one, Successful Engagement of Parents in ABA Assessment and Treatment. I can't imagine anything more important.
Yes.
I'm sure, I hope that you get that well attended, because that's super duper important.
Yeah, we're really excited about that too. Kelly McKinnon Birmingham is our board certified behavior analyst at the center, and also the director of our intervention services. And again, she does a fantastic job of addressing this topic. She has some parents that are going to also be part of her discussion on that topic. And like you said, we are hoping that lots of people can get to that session, because it is absolutely, a critical discussion that we need to be having, and something that we think is really, really important.
Okay, wonderful. And so, Dr. Laakman, we're almost out of time, but could you tell us again where we can get all this information and how people can register?
Absolutely. So you can find information about the conference and the schedule on our website, which is www.thecenterforautism.org, or you can call at 949-267-0444. Again, that's 949 888-267-0444, or you can email us at centertraining1@uci.edu.
And we want to remind people that this event will be taking place at Chapman University, and this is in Orange County, California. And so you'll need to be in the Southern California region to be able to attend the conference. Are you guys going to do any live stream of any of your speakers?
You know, we've been talking about whether or not to do maybe like a Facebook Live feed. It's just going to be whether or not our speakers are willing to do that, and if we can get our technology.
There you go. There you go. Well, let us know if you have questions about that, because we do that all the time. So we're happy to help people figure it out, because it's, you know, it's one of those things. There's a learning curve, believe me. Let us know if you have questions about that. But in any case, we thank you so much for taking the time to be with us, and lovely to have you on the show, and we wish you guys great success with this wonderful seminar.
Well, thank you. We hope to see everyone there. And again, let us know if you have questions about anything. We'd be happy to help.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Dr. Laakman.